Sarah had been single for months, navigating the often treacherous waters of online dating. She was tired of the ghosting, the awkward conversations, and the countless first dates that went nowhere. But one evening, while swiping through profiles on Tinder, she stumbled upon a profile that caught her eye, John's. His profile portrayed him as a successful entrepreneur who loved outdoor adventures and had a passion for cooking. Sarah was intrigued, and when they matched, she felt a sense of excitement she hadn't experienced in a long time. After a few days of chatting, John suggested they meet for dinner at a trendy restaurant in the heart of the city. They greeted each other with smiles, and the conversation flowed effortlessly. They talked about their interests, their favorite travel destinations, and their ambitions. He was a charismatic storyteller, and his tales of hiking in remote mountains and cooking exotic dishes were captivating. Sarah found herself laughing and genuinely enjoying their time together. Dinner ended, and John suggested they take a walk along the nearby riverbank. Sarah agreed, and they strolled through the park, their conversation deepening. The night air was crisp, and the moon cast a silvery glow on the water, creating a romantic atmosphere. But as they walked farther from the well-lit areas of the park, Sarah started to feel a sense of unease. John's demeanor had shifted subtly, and she noticed that he kept glancing around as if they were being watched. She tried to shake off the feeling, attributing it to her overactive imagination. As they reached a secluded area by the river, John turned to Sarah and said, "I have a surprise for you." He reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out a small, ornate box. With a dramatic flourish, he opened it to reveal a beautiful, sparkling necklace. Sarah was taken aback by the unexpected gift. She couldn't help but wonder if things were moving too fast, but she didn't want to ruin the moment. As John helped her put on the necklace, Sarah suddenly felt a sharp pain in her neck. She gasped, instinctively touching the spot where the pain had radiated from. Her hand came away slick with blood. Panic surged through her as she looked at John, whose smile had transformed into a sinister grin. She stumbled backward, trying to put distance between them. "What did you do?" she demanded, her voice trembling. John's eyes gleamed with madness as he revealed a small, gleaming knife in his hand. Sarah's heart pounded in her chest as she realized the danger she was in. She turned and ran, her heels clicking loudly on the pavement. John chased after her, his footsteps echoing ominously. Desperation gave Sarah strength as she sprinted toward the nearest road, hoping to flag down a passing car. But before she could reach safety, John caught up to her and tackled her to the ground. She fought back with all her strength, scratching and clawing at his face. With a furious roar, John raised the knife, ready to strike. But just as he brought it down, a blinding light illuminated the area. A car had pulled up, and its headlights flooded the scene. The driver, a passerby who had seen the struggle, honked the horn and yelled, "Hey, get off her." Startled, John scrambled to his feet and disappeared into the darkness, leaving Sarah shaken and terrified on the ground. When the police arrived, they took Sarah's statement and searched the area for John, but he had vanished without a trace. They assured Sarah that they would do everything they could to find him, but she couldn't shake the feeling that he was still out there, watching, waiting. The following weeks were filled with fear and anxiety for Sarah. She changed her locks, deleted her dating apps, and took self-defense classes. The necklace John had given her turned out to be a fake, but it served as a haunting reminder of that night. Months passed, and there was no sign of John. Sarah began to rebuild her life, but the scars, both physical and emotional, remained. The Tinder horror date was a chilling reminder of the dangers that could lurk behind the seemingly perfect profiles on dating apps, and Sarah would never forget the night that turned her life into a terrifying thriller.